Welcome to my channel. I hope you're sitting down for this one because what I'm about to share is something that's been haunting me since the night I watched a Netflix documentary on Jeffrey Epstein. If you enjoy deep, thought-provoking stories, then stay with me and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It was like any other evening in South Florida when I decided to unwind by watching some documentaries late into the night. But little did I know, this decision would trigger a flood of memories so intense it left me shaking in my bed. As I lay there staring at my screen, a face flashed across the documentary. A girl from my past whom I thought was lost forever. She's one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims, and she was once someone I called a friend. I grew up in South Florida under the watchful eyes of my controlling parents. Every day was a battle to maintain some semblance of freedom amidst their strict rules. My life revolved around school and the occasional outing when my parents deemed it acceptable. But even within these confines, I managed to forge friendships that felt like an escape from the rigid boundaries at home. One of those friends was Heather. She was charismatic, outgoing, everything I wished I could be. In 2004, Heather started inviting me to hang out after school at a gas station near West Palm Beach where she would meet up with other girls. It all seemed harmless enough at first. We'd chat and laugh about our day-to-day lives. But there was always something off about these gatherings. Then came the night that changed everything. We were planning to head to a party, but Heather had an urgent phone call and disappeared momentarily. When she returned, her demeanor shifted dramatically. She looked nervous yet excited. As we stood outside the school gates, surrounded by her other friends, I felt my heart pounding with apprehension. Heather's voice was sharp as she whispered in my ear, "We're going to a mansion tonight. A real party place." My mind raced with questions. Where is this mansion? Who else will be there? Suddenly, Heather's car pulled up, and the reality of that night hit me like a wave. The driver was an older man I'd never seen before. He smiled at us through tinted windows, his presence unsettling. "Are you ready to go to the mansion?" he asked in a tone that wasn't just casual, it felt. My instincts screamed for me to run. But there were others around me, girls who seemed eager and willing. Heather nudged me forward, but my feet wouldn't move. "I'm not going," I blurted out, fighting back tears. "This doesn't feel right." Heather's expression turned cold as she replied, "You're the only one giving me trouble. You should want this. With your body, you could make a killing." Her words chilled me to the bone. I ran back to school, heart pounding in my chest. I didn't know it then, but Heather had just revealed more about herself than any of us ever wanted to see. As days turned into weeks and months, Heather continued her pattern, inviting girls to meet at that gas station only to disappear with them into the night. One of those friends was Sharon. She clung to Heather like a lifeline, but as time passed, I noticed changes in her demeanor. She became more withdrawn, missed school frequently, and eventually dropped out altogether. It broke my heart to see how much she relied on Heather, only for it all to crumble. Years later, watching that documentary on Epstein made everything click into place. The faces, the stories, they echoed the fear and uncertainty of that night in 2004. I reached out to a childhood friend who confirmed what I already knew. Sharon was one of them. And Heather, she had been playing a dangerous game all along. The guilt gnaws at me now. What could I have done differently? Could I have saved Sharon from the darkness she fell into? If only my parents hadn't instilled such fear in me, would I have followed Heather that night? Today, I'm trying to find answers. Reaching out to law enforcement, searching for any way to help shed light on what happened back then. And it's not just about Sharon. There are countless others who need justice. So as you listen to this story tonight, think about the girls in your life. Your sisters, friends, daughters who might be facing situations like this. Support them, believe them, and fight for their rights. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If my words have touched you or inspired you to take action, please share your thoughts below. And remember to subscribe if you haven't already. I promise there's more powerful content coming your way soon.